Hello friends, today we are working on derivational sort number 37. This sort deals with a variety of Latin and Greek roots that all have meanings that have to do with the amount of something. Let's get started. Magna is a Greek root that you often find at the beginning of a word. This Greek root means great, so any word with magna probably has great in its meaning. For example, the word magnificent means greatly impressive or lavish. The root EQU or eq has to do with if something is equal or not. We know that if something is unequal, it is not even or matched. It's not the same. Our final root is omni, as in omnipotent. When I look at some words with omni in it, I know that it means all. For example, omnipotent is all-powerful, meaning there are no limits on its power. Go ahead and sort some of your words, and we'll check back on some of the meanings in a minute. Let's use what we know about each root word to figure out the meaning of each of these words. We already talked about magnificent. However, we have the word magnification. When we know that magna means great, I can recognize that if I magnify something, I am making it great or greater. If something is under magnification, it's the process of making something look larger. The word magnitude means great in size, rank, or significance. So again, that fits very well into the great that magna means. Moving on to the min column, I know that min means very small. So minuscule is something that is extremely small. Looking at the word minimum, I know that minimum means the least amount possible. So if it's the least amount, it's probably a very small amount. The next word on our list actually has two pronunciations. The first one you're probably familiar with, minute. Minute is a small portion of an hour. However, it could also be pronounced minute. Minute is something that is extremely small. A minnow is an extremely small freshwater fish. And mince means to chop something into very small pieces. You'll remember that our next root, poly, means much or many. So polysyllabic means that there are many syllables. A polygon is a word that you're probably familiar with from math. A polygon is a shape with 3 or more straight sides. When we look at the word polytechnic, again, poly means many, and technic has to do with technical. So a polytechnic school is a school that offers many technical courses. Polyglot is an interesting word because it means that somebody is very familiar with a variety of languages. Polygamy is a word that you don't hear very often. It means many marriages. Looking at our next sort of words, we have words that have EQU in them. We already know that unequal means not the same or not evenly matched. Equitable means fair and matched. So if something is equitable, it is fair. Equanimity means to be calm and composed, often under stress. If you are calm and composed, your attitude and your feelings are probably managed or equal to a normal day. The word equilateral is another word that we hear a lot in math. Equilateral means that all of the sides are the same. You'll often know that a triangle with 3 sides that are the same length are called equilateral triangles. With an equation, you are often looking at a math statement that it uses symbols and numbers. On either side of the equal sign is an equal amount of something. The equator splits our Earth equally in half, while equivalent is something that has the same value. We often hear this word in math when we're talking about fractions. If we are talking about two fractions that have the same amount worth, they are equivalent fractions. Our last root is omni. Omni, you'll remember, means all. An omnivore eats plants and animals, while an herbivore only eats plants, and an carnivore only eats animals. Our last word is omniscient. Omniscient means all-knowing. As you sort your words this week, be sure to pay attention to each root so that you can figure out where the word got its meaning.